Welcome, dear friends, to the October monthly card reading. And I'm so excited to be with you all once again for this three card Transference Healing Animal Magic reading. So last month we had Butterfly, Crocodile, and Peacock for our card reading. And I've just drawn the three cards that we'll be working with this month. So let's dive straight in. And as usual, I'll put these up on the screen for you to see more clearly. Our first card that we have this month is Gargoyle. I really feel that this card's coming through to really bring you more into your center this month and to help you go very deep within yourself. So the gargoyles are very protective, they're guardians, but they also help us to fundamentally ground into the earth, because when we're grounded, when we're stable within our energetic field, we can open up and we can access the higher realms of light. If we're not grounded, it's very hard for us to access those higher realms, or it's very hard for us to hold it, to stay balanced. So I'm seeing the gargoyles really coming through to really pull you deep into the earth, to really nurture you and nourish you with this very strong connection to Mother Earth. So however that plays out in your life, however you find connection and grounding for yourself, whether that's going out into nature, whether that's doing meditation or yoga or different practices, what is it that really connects you and helps you to feel really grounded, really stable in your life? And then the second aspect, I feel the gargoyles are coming through to create this huge protective bubble around us as a group. And whenever you're feeling scared, whenever you're going through a deep process, you can call on the gargoyles, to come through to really, provide that shield of protection and to help you to feel safe. And sometimes that can just be with your own process. A lot of emotions are coming up. You're feeling your shadow self or your negativity coming up, and you just need, a little bit of reassurance through that process. Sometimes it's what's playing out in the external world. And I'm looking at this card and I'm really seeing it's almost like there's this city behind the gargoyle, and there's this light coming down. So what I'm seeing is that, you know, our world and the structures in the world, we've got a lot of structures of governance and ways that society operates that really aren't as in the highest possible vibration that they can be. And so at this time we're seeing a lot of this playing out in the world. We're seeing a lot of misinformation. We're seeing a lot of just confusion and a lot of different information that often is very contradictory or is designed to put us into a state of fear. If we tune into the news and things like that, it is designed to put us into those states of fear and constantly being worrying about things that are playing out in the world. And so I'm seeing with the gargoyle, it's kind of looking at this city and it's like the guardian over this city. So I'm seeing that potentially this month we could be seeing, different things coming to light, different systems that perhaps aren't in alignment and that need to be purified, they need to be cleansed and changed so that, we can start to birth this new world that is more aligned to heart-based consciousness, to integrity, to caring and compassion, looking after each other and not being in so much competition and jealousy and fear and all those lower attributes. So I'm seeing that the gargoyle's potentially coming through to help create this cleansing effect within organizations, within structures, within different systems that are playing out in the world. So you might see some of that coming up, things coming to light in the news that haven't been in alignment or have been in lower energy. And the key with all of this is to not get caught up in the negativity, but to keep your energy really high, to keep yourself in a light vibration. Don't get caught up in the fear or the stress or the drama. but to really, and this is why I feel Gargoyle's coming through, to help you to find your center, to still yourself and come into your heart and feel that sense of safety, even when all this chaos is playing out around you. And this will certainly be happening this month because we have 7 planets currently in retrograde. So it's like the past could be being dredged up. We could be feeling a lot of, just internal work and real deep healing trying to come through. We could be feeling our shadow self, our negativity. And the key with this is to feel into it, to know that it's a part of us and that it's coming up for healing, not for avoidance. When we avoid it, we just suppress and it just comes up later down the track. So, the more we can just have that courage to sit with it, feel it, and allow that process of change and transformation to happen, then we can move forward. So Gargoyle gives you that strength. It gives you that protective feeling to delve into the shadows, to delve into the depths of yourself and to uncover what's really happening within yourself and around you so that you can find more clarity. But as I say, if you're feeling like, you've got a presentation to do, or you're feeling you're going into environments or around people where you just feel like you're a little bit under scrutiny or even under attack and things like that, to really call in the Gargoyle this month and ask for that beautiful protection. Ask Gargoyles to just create this force field that keeps all that negativity at bay, other people's, when people get caught up in the drama and they try and pull you into that drama as well, to ask the Gargoyles to just help to counteract all that and help you to stay within your heart and to know what to say in the moment so that you can diffuse and counteract those situations so that you can continue to feel light, feel connected to your heart and resonate in that beautiful, loving space. So I love the Gargoyles. When they come through, you're really being protected. We just need to remember to call upon them. So the next card we have is beautiful hair. And the keyword for hair is insight. So, when the hairs come through, it can often be saying that we're in that in-between time. It's like hairs come out either at dawn or dusk, the in-between time between light and dark. And so they can really help us to access those otherworldly realms, to go into those magical realms at those times of, that change. And so it's almost like a bit of that dream state. And that as you wake up in the morning, you're sort of halfway between sleep state and wake state, and you're not fully conscious. And oftentimes you can be very open at those times. And so I feel hair is inviting you to allow more time this month to really tap into those moments of being in between worlds, of allowing those unseen realms to come more into your awareness so that you can, hear the subtle messages that are coming through from spirit. You can start to interpret and intuit your dreams and interpret, what's coming through in your psychic senses, in your gut feeling and all those types of things. Hair also says that you could be potentially clearing some fears. When hair comes through, often we're having some fears coming up. So, just tune into that. What areas in my life am I feeling potentially some fear or stress or anxiety coming up for me? And when you can identify that, really tune into that, really feel into that emotion and allow that energy to come up for you, because when you allow space for it, there's a real magic and there's real healing that can happen with it. So, fear is not something to be fearful of. It's actually a beautiful emotion that allows us to actually delve deeper within ourselves to uncover more of that truth of who we really are. But the thing is, unless we kind of allow those fears to shift and to open up that possibility to explore through the emotions and explore through how we're feeling and thinking, unless we allow that time and allow that space, we just don't go there. And oftentimes we can shut down to that process because we're not comfortable with it, with that process. We're not comfortable to delve. We're not comfortable to go into that kind of twilight zone and allow our consciousness to kind of expand and come into this altered state so that we can more fully hear those answers. So the key is, allow yourself to expand, allow yourself to become a little bit more vulnerable within, and open up your sensitivity so that you can delve into these unseen realms, so that you can start to hear the subtle messages that Spirit is bringing through for you. And I feel, October, and then we also have Halloween at the end of the month. Halloween is one of the most powerful times in the year where the veil between the worlds is the thinnest. So as we come closer and closer to that date, it's like we have more of an opportunity and possibility to actually connect into the unseen, the spirit realms. So, allowing yourself to have more time this month, and especially towards the end of the month for Halloween, to really, delve in, allow that quiet time, and allow that quiet time to hear the messages. And that's the thing, we can't hear spirit when we're busy. We can't hear spirit when we're watching TV or when our mind is overactive. We just can't hear the messages. That's not how it works. In order to hear the messages of spirit and to hear our intuition and, receive support from our guides, from the guardian angels, from all the spiritual hierarchy, we must learn and have that time to be able to come into absolute stillness. Because when we're in absolute stillness, we actually open up and we can hear with our more subtle senses the messages that are coming through. So I invite you all to, just allow that time, allow space for those messages to come through this month. And a lot of moon magic with the hair as well, a lot of lunar magic. So the lunar taps into the feminine, which is all the psychic senses tapping into the unseen realms. So it's inviting you to, really, really delve in, and, particularly through the moon cycles and the full moon, that can be a very powerful time as well to sometimes connect into the unseen realms also. So our last card for this month is Unicorn. And Unicorn, the key word is inner child, or keywords. And I feel this, following on from the hair card, which is inviting us to, open up our sensitivity, open up our psychic senses more, trust our intuition more. Unicorn is saying that as we open up, as we expand and allow time to connect into our intuition and hear the messages that are coming through from the spirit realms, Unicorn then helps us to lighten our hearts. And with the inner child, this can often bring up like inner child pain. And I've been feeling this coming up over the last week for myself personally, that oftentimes, what stops us from making a deeper connection to our spirituality, from, utilizing our psychic senses and being able to master more within our life and master our spirituality with our physicality, what often blocks that is our inner child pain. Sometimes we hold painful emotions, painful feelings in the heart chakra that really suppress us or stop us, block us from really opening our heart more and feeling more, because the spirit realms are all about feeling. When we can connect in more strongly, it's when we're able to open our hearts more, become more sensitive. So Unicorn is saying, allow the process of your inner child to come up. Allow yourself to have more of a relationship with your inner child, to understand its needs. And often its needs really are just to be heard and to be understood and to be integrated within your adult self. But often the adult self carries wounding, it carries pain from the past that often blocks that process of the inner child. And also with the inner child, fundamentally it just wants to play and be light and be free and be curious and be innocent. So, just ask yourself over the course of this month, What is it that's blocking me from becoming more free with feeling my emotions and expressing my emotions? What's blocking me from moving forward and creating more flow and abundance and heart-based consciousness in my life? What fears are coming up for me that I'm struggling with, or what anxieties? And as you ask those questions and allow yourself to delve and open into your heart space to feel the answers, it's like unicorn can then start to work its magic. This beautiful healing can start to come through with the inner child as it's just given a space. And sometimes that's just it. Just give it a space and say, my inner child's feeling hurt today, or it's feeling fearful or sad or neglected. What is that? Let me just feel into that. And just allow a space for communion with my inner child, allow a space for expression. And often just that alone, just that opportunity to have some space with your inner child, can create such a beautiful start to a healing process and to deeper understanding, where you have those aha moments and go, wow, that's what that's about. That's what I've been carrying within my life. Now I can start to release a little bit of that. Now I understand my inner self better and can start to move forward. And as we do that, we start to shed the layers of grief, of pain, of old memories. And as we do that, we get lighter and lighter. And that's where this beautiful light unicorn energy comes through. It's like the magic. It's got the unicorn through the third eye, so it helps us to awaken third eye consciousness. But it also carries this incredibly light, very light and beautiful and innocent energy. So it invites you to lighten up this month, to play a little bit, to connect to your inner child, and to allow the magic back into your life. There's so much stress and crazy stuff playing out in the world that we often just forget to stop and go, I just need to play. I just need to have a laugh. I just need to lighten up and stop being so serious in life. And laughter is definitely a very strong and beautiful medicine for our spirit self and for our emotions. So, having a laugh and, just lightening up and having a bit of a play this month is also a great way just to call in that unicorn energy. And the unicorns can then start to just shift and release and change all this heaviness so that we can start to feel lighter and more at peace within our hearts once again. So yeah, beautiful combination with the three. So the gargoyles, very protective. The hare helping us to release our inner fears, to identify what our inner fears are so that we can release them and start to delve more into the unseen realms. And then unicorn helping to heal the inner child so that we can lighten up and create more magic and laughter and that beautiful childlike innocence. Invite that more into our lives. So as always, I trust this reading helps to bring through some clarity and healing and understanding for you, and I wish you all the best for the month of October. Many blessings.